Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Get my pen. Oh, wait.
Wow, you found something else in your pocket. Oh, Dave found a treat. He's unwrapping it now.
Caramel.
Oh, yeah.
These are made by
homemade caramel.
The Crawleys.
Yep. Well, you say the Crawleys.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when it comes to baking and making things. That's kind of like you saying we when you really mean you. You know what I mean on the breakfast show? Because I mean, not saying that Kirk maybe didn't help, but I'm doubting it. I'm thinking that this was all Alberta when it came to making the treats.
Keep talking, would you?
Okay. Although, I'm going to guess, a very important part of making treats, cooking and baking, is, while you're preparing it, usually you got to taste it.
Well, definitely.
Right? You got to taste it, see if it's just right.
Well, I can tell you that.
I'm gonna guess that was Kirk's job.
Yeah, I bet it was. And these have some butter in them.
Oh, they're delicious, aren't they?
They're
yeah.
Goes great with coffee, doesn't it?
During the holidays, can we maybe switch things up in the back room, like move cubicles around? Because my cubicle is right by where all the food gets placed and all the treats get placed during this season. Our kind, wonderful listeners bring out treats occasionally over the holidays, and they get set right where I'm at. And so every time I get up,
yeah, I know.
I just go over and grab one.
Well,
and I don't know. I've already gained a couple.
You're competing with Christy. She's on that side too.
Well, I know. We both remarked about it, I think it was yesterday, that we're the two that eat most of the candy and treats because our desks are right by where the food gets placed. Well, and so I'm wondering if maybe next year we could set up a table on the other side of the back room.
That's a pretty good idea.
And then put all the food over there and then see how it affects Jeremy and Shannon.
It'd be interesting. That'd be a nice study to do.
Well, I'm all into studies.
We're going to have to allow ourselves to budget that in for next year for that study.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Tis the season.
It is the season. Unfortunately, Mother Nature's making it a little difficult for folks, and we'll have to do our best to get to and from as safe as we can, and in some cases maybe make some changes, because we do have some changes we're already announcing this morning due to the predicted weather. And this is one that honestly is such a wide band. I mean, a huge band of the Midwest all the way down to the South, up to Canada, that we know this frigid air is coming in today, and they're talking about visibility problems driving, and 30, 40, even near 50 below zero wind chills. So consider your travel carefully, if you would, please, because I know the pull. We want to get together for Christmas, and I think we all feel, that very strong need to do that, but we'll have to assess the common sense value of driving through 40 below temperatures and not being able to see going down the road. So we're not lecturing, we're just saying let's kind of think it over a little bit, because I know that's what we're doing in our family, And that's probably happening in a lot of different cases right now. So,
Yep. And every area will be different.
yeah.
So if you need to access the road report for your travels, you can go to sandhillsexpress.com and you'll find a link to the 511 road system.
Yeah, and changes due to the weather under closings. And most of these are actually tonight and going into tomorrow that we have. We don't have a lot, but there's already some decisions being made, and we'll run those through for you again here in the show, of course.
The forecast is not nice, but
is not.
compared to what the forecast was saying 2 days ago, it's better.
Yeah, it is a little
because
better.
it knocked the snow. 2 days ago, I was reading snowfall of 4 to 6 inches, and now they've dropped it to. Well, I looked at the brief from the Weather Service this morning. They got portions of Custer County showing an inch or less. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get a break as far as amount of snow.
Yeah, kind of unpredictable there, but these days they do get it pretty close most of the time. I did see different models that were being, there's a European model and the National Weather Service model, and there's all these other ones, a Weather Channel, and all of these different prediction sources. I saw 2 to 4 here yesterday evening, but as you go east, Lincoln, Omaha,
Yeah.
freezing moisture and maybe 6 inches or more. So as you say, check that 511 number carefully and maybe call your relatives and see what it's like wherever they're at. So, yeah, and depending on how far you're traveling, where you're traveling from, which way the weather's moving in and out. So these are just things that make it a little challenging. And then on Christmas Day, we'll be looking at 40 degrees,
I looked at the extended forecast. It showed 49 for the high Tuesday.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
The one thing that the National Weather Service usually does get right, though, the wind.
Yeah.
So I think you can count on that being a very major factor tonight into tomorrow and Friday, too.
Well, we'll see the temperatures get a little bit nice today, and then dump this afternoon. And then we're going to really get that frigid air moving in. So there are some things to consider there, as we said.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look here real quick. Some very pertinent information. This is the first day of winter, Brent, officially on the calendar.
All right, well,
Solstice, yeah. Officially winter. When the North Pole is at its farthest from the sun, and that means for us in the northern hemisphere, it's the shortest day of the year. And the good news is starting tomorrow, the days will start getting a little bit longer. Not much, but a little bit. So first day of winter on the calendar. Yule, it's also Yule Day. Today is Yule, which is it's not just a festive word. It's the celebration that predates Christmas by 1,000 years. It's celebrated on the winter solstice and is marked by lighting bonfires and hanging holly and mistletoe from every conceivable spot in your house until your spouse yells at you because of the allergies. So, again, carefully consider. It's also, I like this one, don't make your bed day.
Oh, wow, that's great. I've celebrated that just about all year.
Same
It's a
here.
year-round celebration for me.
Yeah, kind of the same in my room, Brent. But technically, because it's the shortest day of the year, they say, why bother? You're going to get back in bed shortly anyway. So just a few hours and you'll be tearing it up again.
Oh.
So it's don't make your bed day. Now, some people got to have their bed made or they just don't feel right.
Oh.
I prefer a bunch of wadded up covers in the middle of the bed. It's also crossword puzzle day, honoring the invention of the crossword puzzle. It hasn't been around as long as you might think. December 21st, 1913, it was published in a New York World newspaper, and that was the first crossword puzzle published. It might have been around before that. I don't do crossword puzzles. My wife works on all kinds of puzzles. Does your wife?
No,
Yeah.
not so much. I'm not a big crossword puzzle fan, although when I worked on the railroad, the crossword puzzle was
Usable.
It was a team effort out there.
That's nice to know when we're paying our freight.
Now wait a minute. It was only during break time that we would look at the crossword puzzle.
Sure.
It was.
Santa's listening. Birthdays today. We don't have any local ones that were sent in, but I'm sure, again, this time of year seems like there's a lot of birthdays. I think everybody's kind of busy. Birthdays noted, for well-known people. Samuel L. Jackson is 74 today. He's played like Pulp Fiction, Snakes on a Plane. He's done 100 films.
Nick Fury on the Avenger movies.
Yeah, that too. It's also Jane Fonda's birthday. Originally from Nebraska, an Oscar-winning actress. She's won 2 Oscars, and she now stars in Grace Hansen in the Netflix comedy Grace and Frankie. Guess that's a pretty good show. I've not seen it. She's 85 today.
She's in a new movie coming out that I actually want to see.
Really?
It's called 80 for Brady. Have you seen this?
No.
The previews for this?
No.
It's about, apparently I think you can say loosely based on a true story, but it's about these 4 ladies in their 80s. Jane Fonda, who else is in the movie? Lily Tomlin, Sally Field, and Rita Moreno.
Oh, that's
play
a good
the 4
cast.
ladies. And I don't know, something happened. They're big New England Patriots fans. And so they decide to go to the Super Bowl to see Tom Brady.
Oh, boy.
And so therefore the title 80 for Brady.
I did see
it looks funny.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda and Lily Thompson are become really fast friends, I guess. Saw a little piece where they were interviewed, and they don't agree on everything, but they've become really good friends in acting together. Mm-hmm. So that should be a good show. Kiefer Sutherland is 56.
Oh, yeah. Jack Bauer.
He plays a lot of cool characters. The Fugitive, Designated Survivor, The Lost Boys, and Jack Bauer, as you mentioned.
Yeah, 24.
He's 56 today. He also is a musician. He does some music once in a while. Chris Evert is 68 today.
Oh, a tennis player?
Yes. Former #1 tennis player who won 18 Grand Slam single championships and 3 doubles titles. And she does some commentary yet. She's been battling cancer off and on and still winning the battle there. But she was kind of one of those people who really put tennis on the map. Billie Jean King and her probably would be 2 women that would be noted for that. So those are some birthdays this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Let's play the game.
Okay. Our final question about the Muppets. It was in 1992 that the Muppet version of the Christmas Carol movie hit theaters. So we're asking questions about the Muppets. To help promote the Muppets Most Wanted movie that came out a few years ago, Miss Piggy appeared on QVC to launch her own lifestyle brand called what? To help promote the Muppets Most Wanted movie a few years ago, Miss Piggy appeared on the QVC channel to launch her own lifestyle brand called what? Is it Moi, for sure, Hi-Ho, or Waka Waka? To help promote the Muppets Most Wanted movie that came out a few years ago, Miss Piggy appeared on the on QVC shopping channel to launch her own lifestyle brand called what? Moi, for sure, Hi-Ho, or Waka Waka? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And it is Big Pig Day, so a run's a prize if you answer correctly.
Marcus is giving a holiday gift to himself?
Yeah. I was a really good boy this year.
Oh, good for you.
I got $50 of Runza gift cards to give to my friends and got a $10 gift card for myself.
Well, sometimes it's better to give and receive.
Right? I made a list, checked it twice.
And the list said Marcus?
List said Marcus.
'Tis the season. Buy $50 of Runza gift cards and get a $10 gift card free. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We have Dawn on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, we're doing well. Are you in the Christmas spirit?
Yes.
Good, good. Have you been a good girl?
Yes, I have.
I believe you. Here's Brent.
Okay, here's your question. To help promote the Muppets Most Wanted movie a few years ago, Miss Piggy appeared on the QVC channel to launch her own lifestyle brand called what? Moi?
Moi.
Yes, you got it. Well done. And because you've answered correctly, we've got a certificate that's going to get you this seems fitting, a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us and pick up your certificate when you can.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
7:46. We'll go through those closings right after these words.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
This holiday season, the place to be is Sargent. 6 weeks of Jolly Jingle savings are underway. Don't miss out. Make sure you check out the Sargent Chamber of Commerce Facebook page to keep up with what businesses are doing for their open houses each week. Even better, head to Sargent yourself and use those Jolly Jingle coupon books and enter to win a prize of chamber bucks. Jingle your way to Sargent for Jolly Jingle savings going on right now.
And action! It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's new source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us info@sandhillsexpress.com.
The Broken Bow Livestock Barn will not be having their livestock sale on Thursday, December 22nd. It has been canceled due to the weather. The Broken Bow Public Schools will not have classes on Thursday. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership in Broken Bow will not have their WIC and immunization clinic in Broken Bow on the 21st and 22nd today and tomorrow. You can schedule an appointment over the phone. The First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow have canceled their Blue Christmas services for this evening. Those were scheduled for this evening at the Broken Bow Presbyterian Church. Those have been canceled. The Gothenburg Senior Center is closed on Thursday. The Lexington Regional Health Center in Lexington canceling their activities on Thursday, and the hospital bake sale for Thursday, December 22nd has been canceled. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow have canceled their Thursday activities. The Christmas dinner has been canceled. The new menu will be biscuits and gravy. The St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Broken Bow have canceled all classes, and carols and cookies faith formation Christmas program have been canceled for this evening. And the Stapleton Public Schools will be closed on Thursday, dismissing early today.
Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
As Christmas draws near, may we cherish peace and goodwill. May the Christmas spirit fill you and yours now and into the new year. Custer Public Power District would like to wish their customer owners a safe and happy holiday season. May your lights shine a little brighter and the home fires burn a little warmer. May every day be Christmas. Custer Public Power District is proud to serve their neighbors, friends, and family. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Ansley Lumber and Supply would like to thank their amazing customers for their business during this past year. They loved helping you with your projects inside and outside of your home, and they look forward to doing the same in 2023. Shop with them this holiday season. They have tools, muck boots, DeWalt tools, and more. From stocking stuffers to everything you need to build an entire home. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
For 24-hour towing, winch and recovery, lockouts, and more, call Hunter with Hunter's Towing. He's based in Berwyn, ready to roll out to help you out of a tough situation. Hunter wants you to remember the Move Over law in Nebraska. It is the law to move over for any emergency vehicle with their flashing lights, including tow trucks and highway workers. Slow down, move over, and help make the job of law enforcement and emergency workers safer. When you need a tow, call Hunter's Towing at 870-1983.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Storms. They're nasty, mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
It is 9 minutes before the hour, and Brett, we have some surprise guests here in the studio today, representing Evans Feed and Mike Evans. Do you know these people?
I think I do. I guess are you the fill-ins?
We are the fill-ins, yes. We're the A team, actually.
The A team. There you go.
I like
there you
that.
go.
Dad's the B team.
There you go. You run with it.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Dave?
Good. Josie, welcome.
Good.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to have you in. So, well, let's talk a little bit about Christmas, can we? Because now that you guys are married and have your own families, how's that all going to work?
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot more when you're married because you
Yes.
have more to go to. We're going to actually be together, though, on Christmas Day, so that'll be nice. And then now that Josie's married, he goes out to Elkhorn, Jenna's family, and then we'll do Zach's side, too. So it is a lot more to juggle, though. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. It gets to be a real maneuvering situation to try to make yourself happy and everybody else
Yes.
happy, too. And, of course, then you throw in some grandkids, and, oh, my gosh, it gets really...
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
because I don't know if you've noticed this, Hannah, but once you have kids and you have the grandkids for the grandparents, you're not as important as
I
you
was
are.
just going to say, have you noticed you've been taking a back seat now?
Especially
Yes.
when it comes to gifts. Yeah. Cal is swimming in gifts, and already he's gotten gifts. And I'm like, it's not even Christmas. And now we have Walker, so it's going to be double. Yeah, I've definitely noticed that.
Yeah, that changes pretty quick. As soon as they pop into the world, that's the way it is.
The
right?
babies. Yes.
All right, so now you have two, right?
Yes. Yep. Callum is 5, and we just had Walker this summer in May, and he is 7 months. So
All right.
his first Christmas. So.
And Josie, you got married
In October, and yes, we are actually expecting a little one in March.
Hey.
Congratulations.
All right.
Yes,
Way to
thank
go.
you.
A
That's
little
great.
girl.
Little girl.
Little girl.
We're excited.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Grandpa Mike melding down.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a sight to see.
It will be so fun.
He'll never be at the feed store.
Nope.
Never. It's
Oh, that's
fun.
great. That's great. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's great having you guys in. Let's talk about your dad a little bit since he isn't here. We like to
Let's
talk
do
about
it.
people
Good idea.
when they can't defend themselves. But honestly, you know, we've known Mike for a long time, and your mom, and what's happening at the feed store, I still think is amazing every time Mike comes in and talks about all the different products that they have on the floor and the temperature control and all the different places they're storing feed and delivering it. Quite a good story. I bet you're pretty proud of your mom and dad on that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty cool deal, and we're proud of them as their kids. So it's been fun to see grow through our lifetime.
Yeah.
Hannah, have they ever tried to draw you into the bookworking side?
Yeah, I am actually there part-time.
Oh, are you?
And then my office is office/nursery. So I have at least one kid down there usually with me. And so work kind of gets done. And sometimes it pulls Bonnie in to change a diaper, or Mom to change a diaper. And we've even had help with the guys out front helping change a blowout diaper. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a family business, so you got to have it all in there, you know.
It's definitely a family business.
So I'm there a couple of days a week. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice. And I was there as a baby, and Josie was there as a baby, and now our kids are. So it's fun to watch and see it grow. It's changed so much since I was little. Even the business has just grown so much. So
all the different products that you have to carry for all the different applications. And Josie, you know, growing up because I have a soft spot there because I grew up in a feed store when I was a kid, and you know, it was some of the best times that I remember when I was a kid, when, you know, you started moving feed around and started chipping in and being a part of it, and then here you are today, right?
Yeah, it's I enjoy every day, and we have a really good crew down there, so that makes it even that much better. But yeah, we all chip in kind of every way. We still all bag feed and move feed, throw feed, you know, so it's just like the good old days. For sure.
So you still have 100-pound sacks?
50. Most of them
are all 50.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you start when you were kids? We started out one on each end of a 50-pound bag. That's how we used to do it when we were kids. But not everything came on pallets like it does now. You know, even the small pallets. So.
And we're thankful for forklifts for sure these days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that thing running all over the place.
There's like 3 of them now.
Yeah.
Zipping all
Is
over.
There?
Yeah.
And then Mike has his own little office over across the way. Was that on your mom's request to get him out of there?
Yeah.
For certain.
Yeah. Well, I kind of kicked him out, not going to lie. I have Dad's old office.
Oh, you do?
And so when I graduated college, I was like, well, I want to come down to the store and work a little bit, you know, and do some stuff. And so Mom was like, oh, well, Mike, sorry, got to go. So Dad went across the street. And so now I'm in Dad's old office. And then so that's the office/nursery now. So, pack and play and everything in there. So.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's good to go.
Well, let's talk a little bit about how you're handling the holidays. I know you'll be closed on Christmas because that lands on a Sunday, right? So how are you working that?
So Christmas Eve, we're going to be open normal hours. It's a Saturday. And then 8 to 2 is our Saturday hours. Closed Christmas Day, obviously. And then the Monday we will be closed too. To give the employees a little more time with their families. So, and then New Year's Eve will be normal hours. It's Saturday, 8 to 2. Closed New Year's Day. And then January 2nd, we will be open on January 2nd. So, yeah, normal hours on that Monday.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So give them an extra day. When it falls on a Sunday, it's kind of nice to do another day for the employees. So they work hard.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier to make the decision on, you know, probably some folks will be getting off early on Friday, but where it's on a Sunday, Monday seems to work the best. So and some are getting both.
Yeah.
You know, but not in the feed business.
No.
Animals eat all the time.
Cattle need fed. All the animals need fed.
They don't really.
That's the hours.
Yeah, Christmas is not as important to them as it is to us.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So,
yes. All right. Well, anything that you wanted to talk about today that we didn't ask you about?
Yeah, so I guess just our main things moving right now are our Vitalix tubs, as well as cake. So they're obviously both high in protein. Cattle need protein when it's this cold.
Man,
so those are really rolling out the door. So keep using them, and cattle should make it through. So
they're tough, but boy,
they're tough.
It's a good thing their hides are thick because 50 below zero wind chills.
I know.
Out in the middle of a field, but they got the eating part's so important when So and dogs and cats and everything, water and food.
Yes,
right?
very
the key.
important.
And also bird seed is huge right now. So we have a wild bird mix as well as just a plain sunflower seed. So those birds got to eat too, and they appreciate it. So
yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
That's fantastic.
Those little birds out in the cold.
Well, guys, thanks a lot. Hannah, good luck in the office.
Thank you.
That sounds like you got a lot of teamwork there. And Josie, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I suppose it's a little girl you mentioned. I imagine, what will you put a bat in her hand at about a month?
We're thinking so. Yep.
Attaboy.
We'll be ready to roll. So we just want to wish all our customers a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we appreciate everyone.
And also thank our employees, too.
Yes.
They work very hard, and we appreciate them very much. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are great. I don't know whether Mike will get to come back or not. Do you, Grant?
I don't.
Do we got the gig?
Yeah. I'd say you filled in very well.
Thank you.
I'll tell you a true story, and it's about jealousy. Okay? So when your dad comes in and he's talking about feed and so forth, I'm going, why didn't I get a big, deep voice like that?
Yeah.
He has a real great radio voice.
He
doesn't
does,
he?
yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
News is next.
Varney Health Mart is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Save this week with 20% off all toys and 25% off home decor and Montana's Silversmiths jewelry. They will be closing at 1 o'clock this Friday to spend more time with their families and close through the weekend with normal hours on Monday. Please plan accordingly for your prescriptions. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and thanking you for your business. Varney Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, or Anselmo Murray debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The Breakfast Show
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
on KCNI KBBN.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A storm in the Pacific Northwest is threatening to mess up holiday travel for millions of people this week. Conditions at the starting point.
Pretty icy and pretty slick. Yeah, super slick.
WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen.
Showers and thunderstorms across the southeast states. Snowfall coming down out of Canada and into the northern Rockies.
More than 200 flights in the U.S. have been canceled today. Ukraine's leader is on a flight to the U.S. right now where he'll meet with President Biden and address a joint session of Congress. The BBC's Hugo Bachega.
This could be an opportunity for President Zelensky to perhaps convince some U.S. lawmakers who are voicing opposition to the level of support that's being provided by the U.S. to the Ukrainians in this war.
Congressional Democrats plan to release 6 years' worth of Donald Trump's tax returns by the end of the week. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
This is unprecedented.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, a Republican has lost a lawsuit she filed against her own party over political mailers in her hotly contested race for a state legislative seat in 2020. While Lancaster County District Judge Andrew Jacobson found that the GOP's flyer contained, quote, not substantially true statements, unquote, about Janet Palmtag, he said she could not prove actual malice, the legal standard to recover damages in a libel suit involving a public figure. In other words, the plaintiff must show the person who said something knew it was false or showed a reckless regard for the truth. According to Judge Jacobson, the case had not met that daunting standard. Palmtag is expected to appeal, arguing that's a question for a jury. In 2020, Palmtag, a Nebraska City real estate broker, ran for the District 1 seat, seeking to represent 5 counties in southeast Nebraska in the legislature.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Some breaking news this morning and sad news out of the NFL, where Hall of Fame running back Franco Harris has passed away at the age of 72. No details on a cause of death, which comes just 2 days away from the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, which involved Harris in a playoff game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the most famous plays in the history of sports. And it was also just 2 days before the Steelers were set to retire his number 32, a 4-time Super Bowl winner and a Super Bowl MVP, college football Hall of Famer as well, Franco Harris, dead at the age of 72. A developing story in the overnight hours out of Major League Baseball, where John Heyman, MLB Network insider, is reporting that Carlos Correa, who had agreed on a 13-year, $350 million deal with the San Francisco Giants, has now agreed on a 12-year, $315 million deal with the New York Mets. This after his deal with the Giants fell through over a medical issue. NBA news, billionaire mortgage lender Matt Ishbia is finalizing a purchase of the Phoenix Suns for $4 billion.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a wind chill warning continuing. A winter weather advisory goes into effect for this afternoon. For today, we'll have snow developing, especially into the afternoon, with highs in the lower 20s. Around an inch of snow accumulation, but also some blowing snow for tonight, a low of 19 below zero, with dangerous wind chills down in the 40s below zero. Staying frigid for your Thursday, high of 6 below zero. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Currently 9 degrees under a cloudy sky, wind southeast 10 to 15 plus miles per hour already this morning. Barometric pressure at 30.01 and continues to fall. Humidity at 85%. High yesterday, 12, with an overnight low of 5. Sunset today at 5:12. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 8:02. 82 hundredths precipitation recorded so far this month. That's a look at weather and news. Coming up next are closings, and then Brent has a wrestling report lined up with the coach, right?
Yes, yep. Coach Ed Schaaf came in and visited with us earlier this week, so we'll give you a recap as to what happened over the weekend.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's news source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us, info@sandhillsexpress.com.
The Broken Bow Livestock Barn will not be having their livestock sale on Thursday, December 22nd. It has been canceled due to the weather. The Broken Bow Public Schools will not have classes on Thursday. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership in Broken Bow will not have their WIC and immunization clinic in Broken Bow on the 21st and 22nd today and tomorrow. You can schedule an appointment over the phone. The First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow have canceled their Blue Christmas services for this evening. Those were scheduled for this evening at the Broken Bow Presbyterian Church. Those have been canceled. The Gothenburg Senior Center is closed on Thursday. The Lexington Regional Health Center in Lexington canceling their activities on Thursday, and the hospital bake sale for Thursday, December 22nd has been canceled. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow have canceled their Thursday activities. The Christmas dinner has been canceled. The new menu will be biscuits and gravy. The St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Broken Bow have canceled all classes, and carols and cookies Faith Formation Christmas program have been canceled for this evening. And the Stapleton Public Schools will be closed on Thursday, dismissing early today.
Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
Keep heated and cooled air where it should be, inside your home. Custer Public Power invites you to explore the Attic Installation Incentive Program. Receive a rebate up to $300 by assuring your attic installation is correct. It can really pay off to have the right amount of insulation, literally. Receive up to 15 cents per square foot by participating in this program. Contact us at Custer Public Power with your questions. We'll be glad to help.
Ansley Lumber and Supply would like to thank their amazing customers for their business during this past year. They loved helping you with your projects inside and outside of your home, and they look forward to doing the same in 2023. Shop with them this holiday season. They have tools, muck boots, DeWalt tools, and more. From stocking stuffers to everything you need to build an entire home. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
When you are stranded on the side of the road, there's only one number you need to know. That's Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. When you call at any time of day or night, Hunter and his faithful dog Scooter will be on their way. Hunter is based in Berwyn, but you'll rarely see his trucks there. You'll see them out serving the citizens of Custer County and the surrounding area. 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Storms. They're nasty, mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
12 past the hour of 8 o'clock. As we mentioned, the wrestling report coming up, and I know, Brent, you appreciate the sponsors, including Duda Plumbing, Trotter Fertilizer, and RT Ace Hardware, making the wrestling report available to our folks. Are you guys going to talk wrestling, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk for a few minutes about wrestling.
That's all coming up. Stay tuned. The Broken Bow Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Duda Plumbing. Since 2002, Scott has shown pride in giving his customers A-plus service. For plumbing service, septic installation, pumping, or sewer camera inspections, call Duda Plumbing at 872-3402. Duda Plumbing of Broken Bow is proud to bring you this wrestling report. All about student-athletes giving it their all on the mat and in the classroom. Duda Plumbing, where they Duda Plumbing.
Today's wrestling report is brought to you in part by Trotter Fertilizer and Broken Bow. Success is what you want from your fields, both now and in the future. To build towards both, utilize the help of Trotter Fertilizer. Using their expertise and leading technology, they can help you analyze your fields to move them forward to stronger yields. Give Trotter Fertilizer of Broken Bow a call. They are proud to be bringing you this wrestling report on KCNI KBBN.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
RT Ace is the place with your helpful hardware folks. They stock great tool brands like Steel and Milwaukee, plus paints from Clark and Kensington, including their primer all-in-one that can be computer matched with your color preference. Of course, plumbing and electrical supplies are in stock and ready to go too. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, and Saturday from 8 until 4. Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And at this time, we bring you the Broken Bow Wrestling Report. On this Wednesday morning, it's brought to you locally by Duda Plumbing, Trotter Fertilizer, and Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. And we are joined by the Broken Bow head wrestling coach, Ed Schaaf. Happy holidays and good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah.
Happy holidays as well.
Man, it's hard to believe that we are where we are, Ed. You wrestled for the last time. No. Not the last time this year. You got one more meet before the year is over, but before the moratorium, this was your last competition for the weekend.
And we're ready for it to be done.
I'm sure.
Need
a break, don't you?
After this weekend, it was just, it's good for us to, to kind of get back in the room and just practice and not be gearing up to go wrestle somewhere. Some kids can get healthy and stuff like that, so it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, the moratorium's coming at a good time.
Yeah. I use this phrase all the time now because Mr. Kirk Crawley, who we both know very well, was the one who shared it with me. You you can only control what you can control.
Exactly.
And I have always loved that saying. And there was something kind of out of your control this past weekend, and that is the fact you couldn't go to Valentine because of the terrible weather conditions that they had up there last week. You couldn't make the journey. The meet was canceled. But I know it's important to get the kids on the mat.
Right.
So you ended up going to Platteview and Loganview this past weekend. Can you just talk a little bit about, I'm guessing, what was a scramble to try to find competition for your kids over the weekend?
Yeah, you know what? And the thing is, you got to understand, like, the Valentine Invite is a 2-day tournament, so we can only have 10 tournaments in a year, and Valentine counts as 2. So if you're missing it, you know, we want to try to make sure and get it in or find something for us, because if we didn't do anything, then you're either, you know what, you're not getting those tournaments, or you're trying to do it on the back end, and our back half of the season is pretty full the way we've kind of got it set up. So we were kind of scrambling and looking. Well, it kind of started, we knew, you know, that things weren't good up there earlier in the week. And so Wednesday, we're sitting there and we'd looked at Loganview, and you saw that there was a lot of the top 10 teams. There was, I think, 4 of the top 10 teams in Class C were there. And the Loganview coach is Cale Streeter from Ord. He wrestled at Ord.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there, and I think it was before practice on Wednesday, and I sent him a text, and I said, hey, Coach, if Valentine cancels, could we get in? And his first response was no. He goes, you can't get in. He goes, we've got 15 teams, and they have JVs, and we just don't have room. And I'm like, okay. So then we were kind of scrambling. We're like, okay, what are we doing? What are we going to do? And so we, you know, that night I kind of looked and tried to figure out where could we go? What could we do? And that next morning, on Thursday morning, Coach Streeter sends me a text, says, hey, hold on a second. We're going to look and see if we can't finagle our numbers around to see if we can't get you guys in. And
wow.
We're like, okay. And he did. He ended up, next thing you know, he probably 9 or 10 in the morning, he says, hey, we can get you in. And so I'm sitting there going, okay. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I go down, I talk to Mr. Ellis, and we're at a point where we were going to just not go to Valentine. Even if they still had it, we weren't going to go, because a lot of teams were canceling out, and it's like, you're going to go up there and you're going to give up 2 tournaments and maybe get, you know what, 4 or 5 matches. So it's not a good return on investment for the tournaments you're going to, when we knew we could go to Loganview. So as Mr. Ellis and I are talking about it, I get a text from one of the referees. It says, hey, it's been canceled, we're not going. We're like, perfect. So we got in that, and then we're sitting there going, well, what are we going to do? You know, what are we going to do on Friday? Because the weigh-ins on Saturday were at 7 a.m. So and we usually try to get there an hour before. So you'd have to be there at 6. And we're like, we're not going to drive 3.5 hours to go there. So we knew we were going to go somewhere on Friday. And so I call another friend of mine that's a referee, that's Colin Pfeiffer, who does a lot of track and is pretty well, linked into a lot of different people with wrestling. And I said, hey, what tournaments are there out there that you know of? And he goes, well, I got a friend at Platteview. And I said, you know what, I'd looked at that. And I said, hold on a second. I said, I'll get back to you. And we're looking and talking, and I'm talking with my coaches about what we want to do. And I finally was like, you know what, Platteview would be good. So we call him back, and he's like, I've already been in the works. And so next thing you know, we're in both of them.
Wow. And
we're taking off. And so we took off Friday morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And didn't have when we woke up Thursday morning, we didn't have a plan of what we were doing. And then Thursday night, it was like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing. And give our guys credit. They just, you know what, they just kind of go with it. And that's kind of what we want out of our kids. And I guess out of people that, you know what, you're being able to be flexible because they understood we wanted to get on the mat and we wanted to get some matches in. So they were pretty flexible. Our parents were flexible, being able to come up there, and we had a pretty good showing of parents and people up there when it was a last-minute thing. So
yeah, good.
It was crazy.
You know, just to hear you talk about this, something that I have really come to learn and know about wrestling and the wrestling community, it's so much relationship based.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's how you got into these, right?
Oh yes.
Because of your relationships.
Oh yes. Yeah. It purely was. I mean, just knowing people and being out there, and this is the thing, like, where we talk to our kids about, you know, being good people. If you are a good person on the mat, off the mat, and all this, people will work with you. If you're being a jerk about things and you're having the pouty faces and you're just doing all this, people aren't going to be as likely to help you. And that's the thing, is we pride ourselves on the way we act on the mat and off the mat. Yeah, we were able to call in some favors and get into some meets, and they were great. I mean,
that's what I was going to say. It wasn't where you just got into meets to be in a meet. You got into two pretty high quality meets, especially that Logan View meet on Saturday. There was some really good competition, it looked like.
Yeah, Logan View, it ended up being 5 of the top 10 Class C teams. So for us, I mean, you know, we just kind of looked at it. We're like, how can we find competition? And we literally, with the Logan View, we were looking, Fillmore Central's is one of the top teams, and we're like, where are they going? And Logan, you know, and then they popped up that they were at Logan View, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is the tournament we want to be at, because Logan View is tough. And Battle Creek, we'll see at Ord, but we wanted to see them, and Fillmore Central, and I mean, it was just David City. David City is another one that we were going to see in Valentine, but then they got into Logan View. So yeah, it was a good tournament. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a physical tournament too. We were talking, I'll bet there was like 6 kids that were like either carted off the mat, or I mean, it was we had kids. There was kids breaking arms, shoulders, knees. I mean, it was just like, holy smokes. And it wasn't like dirty wrestling. It was just things. I mean, guys going hard and just getting after it. And it was, it was pretty intense, and it was fun.
Yeah. And by the way, folks, Broken Bow goes through that weekend. You win both of them. You won the team title at Platteview. You come back and win the team title at Logan View. As we start to think about, you know, what you saw from your kids, you just had to be you mentioned it earlier, thrilled with the way your kids kind of responded to the challenge and the maybe not knowing what was going to happen and still finding a way to perform.
Yeah, they did, and that's the thing, is we stressed about it. I mean, we talked about it Thursday, and then we talked about it Friday and Saturday both, that it was going to be a grind. I mean, and it was going to physically and mentally test them kids, because you know, some of the kids got 8 to 10 matches. Dakota Baum might even got 11, because he had some forfeits to where he actually got 6 matches in a day, but it just kind of lays the foundation that, guys, you can push through a lot of things. I mean, when things get tough, it's in there. They've got it. You know, we got to go back into the room and we got to clean up some stuff. You know, as they got tired, their technique kind of started to wane a little bit, and that's the thing that we're going to just kind of reiterate, that, hey, you know what, we're not going to go through a stretch like that, but we got to keep our technique solid, and we got to keep our positioning good. But they were tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I told them I about choked up when I was talking to them on Friday or Saturday after Logan View, because I was so proud of them, of how they just fought. I mean, even the guys that didn't medal were out there just competing their butts off, just grinding and fighting, and it was a pretty proud moment. I mean, there was, you know, you had a lot of people there that were like, holy smokes, Broken Bow's for real. And it's like, well, we're pretty good.
Yeah. And it's, you know, it's about making an impression.
It is.
Right?
It is.
I mean,
you know, and that's the thing is, you know, I was talking to, you talk to coaches and all this, and I think that maybe I was reading into it wrong, I don't know, but I think some of the coaches were a little bit intimidated because I had a lot of coaches come up. Well, we're not full. We're not at full strength. We got a lot of guys that are hurt or guys that aren't here. And I'm like, well, I mean, we all do. Yeah. I'm sitting there. When we went to Loganview, we had 3 to 4 kids that, you know, possibly can be varsity wrestlers that weren't on the mat. And so, you know, it's just you kind of got to keep pushing. But it was funny. This was kind of a funny story, is that Coach Streeter from Loganview, he after we said we were in, he goes, you know, I'm going to try to get you. You guys need to just like come down here all the time. You just need to leave the Valentine invite and come here. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that. But as we were leaving, I was telling him, I said, hey, you know, I just want to tell you thank you for letting us in here. And he goes, oh, yeah. He goes, we love having you guys here. He goes, Shafe, he goes, just know, he goes, I'm going to keep trying to get you here. I'm going to keep trying to get you to come here. And I'm just walking away, and I looked at him, and I said, well, let's talk about NIL money.
There you go.
I said, what can we get out of this here? You know, everybody's looking at the NIL money, the college. You know, what can we do to get?
Yeah, how can we incorporate this at the high school level?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, that's great. By the way, folks, to see all of the individual results that Broken Bow achieved over the weekend at the 2 meets, you can check out the full stories posted on sandhillsexpress.com. We're kind of running out of time, but you get ready now to go into the moratorium. Mm-hmm. So kids are going to be off, get some much needed rest, yes. I would think.
Yes.
What is the speech from the coach going into the moratorium?
You want the honest one?
Well, sure.
Don't get fat. No, I mean, because it's a thing that we come back.
Well,
we come back.
You got to be disciplined.
We
don't
do.
You?
We have to be disciplined because we come back. We come back on a Wednesday, and we get to practice Wednesday and Thursday, and we are right into a tournament on Friday. Mm-hmm. So they have to, you know what? They have to be disciplined with their eating. They have to get some workouts in when we're not around. So I make joke about it, but it is a thing that they have to. Over Christmas break, they have to be working out on their own. If they're not, they're going to come in and they're going to be overweight, and they're really going to have to work hard to get back down to weight, which is going to be hard on them. And they're going to be out of shape. It's one of those things that they're not doing anything for 5 days. They're going to be out of shape when they come in, or not as good a shape. Then we come back and we go to Wood River Duels, and so we'll wrestle 5 days. And we're hoping, you know, at some point, I would imagine that like Raymond Central is one of the better Class C schools, will be dueling them. And then David City Aquinas is the class, or has been the top dog in Class C. They're down in Class D now, and they're the top dog. They're going to be there. So we're going to come out a break, and we are going to have to be wrestling at a very high level to do the things we want to do. Because, I mean, you get those 5 duels. We don't want to mess around and not have kids in our lineup because they couldn't make weight, or, you know what, lose matches because they're out of shape, and it ends up, you know what, maybe hurting our seeds and stuff for state duels, or maybe we drop a duel and we just want to make sure that we come out of break ready to wrestle.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, knock on wood, I always worry about it. But the majority of the time, our kids are ready.
Yeah.
I mean, they're driven, they're committed, they come out, and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
But you're always nervous as a coach.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
And it's just one of those things that just, you want them to do their best.
Yeah.
You know, we preach all the time. It's not about the winning and the losing. It's about doing your best. And our thing is, if we do our best, a lot of times we're going to be winning.
Yeah.
So,
well, congratulations on all the success up to this point. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and can't wait to see what happens in 2023. It's
going to be fun. It's going to be a good ride, and you know, anybody that's I'm not big on, you know, I get on Twitter and stuff and Facebook. I don't get on Facebook much, but I made sure and posted stuff out there so people in eastern Nebraska knew we were out there to come see us. But anybody else that's around, I mean, if you want to come watch some good wrestling, this team's pretty good, and we're gonna have some great matches coming up. in 2023.
Yeah. Well, we will talk to you next year.
Sounds great.
All right. Coach Ed Schaaf joining us on the Broken Bow Wrestling Report.
RT Ace is the place with your helpful hardware folks. They stock great tool brands like Steel in Milwaukee, plus paints from Clark and Kensington, including their primer all-in-one that can be computer matched with your color preference. Of course, plumbing and electrical supplies are in stock and ready to go too. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, and Saturday from 8 until 4. Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Today's Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Trotter Fertilizer and Broken Bow. Success is what you want from your fields, both now and in the future. To build towards both, utilize the help of Trotter Fertilizer. Using their expertise and leading technology, they can help you analyze your fields to move them forward to stronger yields. Give Trotter Fertilizer of Broken Bow a call. They are proud to be bringing you this Wrestling Report on KCNI KBBN.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
The Broken Bow Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Duda Plumbing. Since 2002, Scott has shown pride in giving his customers A-plus service. For plumbing service, septic installation, pumping, or sewer camera inspections, call Duda Plumbing at 872-3402. Duda Plumbing of Broken Bow is proud to bring you this wrestling report. All about student athletes giving it their all on the mat and in the classroom. Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing. It's 8:31. You're listening to KCNI KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, a Wednesday edition. And thanks to the coach and Brent for that report on Broken Bow Wrestling. And look forward to following the team into 2023. On the phone line this morning, we have Linda Tion. She is up in Dunning, and we want to thank Custer Federal State Bank for donating this time for Linda to talk about the Sandhill Scenic Byway. But first, what we need, Linda, is a weather report. What's the weather doing up there?
Well, it's overcast, and I see a few flakes in the air. It's 10 degrees. I don't know if those are snowflakes or if it's just frost coming off the trees, but I did step out briefly, and I turned around and came right back in. So that's why I didn't drive to Broken Bow this morning. It's just too cold to be out. But anyway, we have snow coming this afternoon. Not a lot. What, 2 inches, gentlemen?
Well, that's what they're talking about, kind of somewhere either side of that 2 inch. But I guess the wind and the visibility will be the task that we'll have to watch for.
Right. And is there going to be any moisture in this, or is it just going to be fluffy snow that's going to blow away?
Don't know. As cold as it's going to be, you almost think it's going to be kind of a dry snow. Usually when it gets that cold, you don't get a lot of moisture in it. But we'll see. We'll take anything we can get, right?
Absolutely. We didn't get much here in Dunning last week, not even 3 inches. But I drove to Sedford the past couple days, and they did get some snow up there. And then beyond the Panhandle, oh, my gosh, I got a photograph of my yard in Chadron, and there was 24 inches of snow on my picnic table. So that's just too much snow at one time. And then wind too. But anyway, let's talk about the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway today. You know, we are 272 miles from Alliance to Grand Island, and there's so much to see along our byway. And did you know that we have celebrities that travel our byway every so often? Are you aware of that?
Well, not so much. Can you kind of highlight that?
I can. In September, I was at Carhenge photographing, and, there was the usual tourists there, but I was on a mission to get some pictures, and I did see a couple up north on the hill at a location with one particular car, and I noticed they were taking selfies, but that's not uncommon. Took my pictures. I had my cat in my car, the cat honking the horn, let's go. Really. So I did help some tourists with some photos and left. And that evening, it hit Facebook that Ashton Kutcher was at Carhenge that day.
No way.
He and his wife. Now, I don't know who his wife is. Maybe you can tell me.
Well, I don't know who it is currently. I know,
okay.
I know who it was at one time, but I don't think they're together anymore. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. But anyway, it just blew up. Oh, my gosh. It was all over Facebook and the news. And then there was one of the convenience stores. They looked through their footage, and they found him. He'd been in their store. But, you know, I don't know if he was on his way to the Black Hills coming back, or maybe he was traveling the byway to Grand Island. He very likely could have. But I thought that was quite interesting that day. And too bad they didn't walk down and ask me to take a picture of him. But I wouldn't have probably recognized him. He didn't look like he does on TV. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But they evidently were on vacation, traveling by themselves. So that was kind of cool. So
Yeah.
you never know who you're going to see on our byway. A lot of traffic goes by, so just be aware. Could be someone special, right?
Yeah, sure. And those kinds of guests that travel that route, which is so unusual and beautiful, probably take their stories home and say, you know, I've never seen anything like the Sandhills before.
Well, I certainly hope that they do. So anyway, all right. I want to talk about our annual conference coming up Saturday, January 21st. It's at the One Box Convention Center. And we will have not only our annual business meeting, but we're going to have a speaker from the forest here at Hershey talk to us, and as well as Jenna Barcha from Nebraska Tourism. They will both, someone from the forest and Jenna will both be there in the afternoon. Our theme is sunny days and starry nights, and we're also going to have a vendor showcase, businesses along the byway that would like to show off their items, and that will certainly be open to the public, as is the whole day. That evening, we will have our awards presentation. Our keynote speaker will be Jenna, and she's going to talk about Starry Night. She has something that she's put together. I believe she went up to Merritt and did some photography there. Speaking of photography, we are having a photo contest, and we would like people to enter that with an 8x10 photo, and we will display them that day, and they will be voted on, and we will pick the favorites for both the sunny day and another for starry night. And I believe we're offering 3 places in those, paying out for 3 places in those photos. And for contact information, call me at 308-430-0786, and I will be putting out press on this as soon as the holidays are over. So Smokin' Hot Barbecue will cater that evening. I understand they're very, very tasty meals. Is that true?
Yes.
That's what we've heard, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to having them. Then I want to also tell you that the barn in Broken Bow this summer had 1,083 visitors, and that was up from 747 last year.
Wow.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Linda, can I ask you a question about your January gathering, your annual get-together? Is that open to the public?
Yes, it
Okay.
absolutely is. Yes. We do charge for the meal that evening.
Sure.
But the afternoon, these speakers, they definitely are open. That is open for the afternoon, along with the showcase as well. But I'm anxious to hear the person from the forest talk to us about what their plans are and hopes, and I doubt that they talk about the 4-H camp and lodge. I don't think that they would have any information about that, but just the recovery of the forest. Have you gentlemen been up Highway 2 to see what it looks like at the forest?
I have, Linda, and it kind of really tugs at your heart when you see it. But as we said, like when you were here before, we know that Sandhills grit. we know that there's already talk about what to do. That'll be good, a chance for people to find out in January.
Yes. I drove past recently and took some pictures, and I call it matchsticks in the sand. And that's just what it looks like,
It really does.
matchsticks, because they're just, the trees are just black and standing. So moving on, I do briefly want to talk about our 15th annual Polar Bear Tank Race. It's held on the Middle Loop River near Mullen, and it is so much fun. March 3rd and 4th. Have you gentlemen tanked up there on the Middle Loop?
I have not. Have you, Brett?
No, I have not.
Well, this is the year. You need to get a team together and come up and tank.
Well, this crew might be up for that, Linda. We can check.
Okay, well, you talk to them.
Okay.
And, it's a good time. It is an extremely good time. And proceeds go to the byway that helps fund us, and we appreciate that so much from Mitch and Patty Glidden, who organized this. And it's enjoy this truly unique Sandhills adventure, quote unquote. That's what they say. So the Friday night is a welcome reception with a soup cook-off. Saturday is the race, and in the evening awards banquet. And most often they serve prime rib. So I don't know that they'll do that this year, but they have in the past. And soups on Friday night, that's really a nice variety of home-cooked soup. So anyway, what would you guys like to talk about?
Well, we think what you've brought forward is, very, very informative with all the activities, the great numbers. Do you expect those numbers at the barn to grow even more? I think people are feeling free to travel again now. That was a nice improvement.
Well, we certainly hope so. Gas is going down, and we've also developed an app this year for the phones, and we feel that that's going to be very beneficial to our travelers to go to the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway. It's a free app, and it will give our tourists, our travelers, locations for not only fuel, but eating establishments and lodging, and then, of course, the natural wonders of the Sandhills out west here, and then as we travel east, all the cornfields, and get down to Grand Island, see the Sturm Museum. There's so many things along this 272 byway, 272 mile, byway. And also, did you know the Loop-to-Loop byway comes into Dunning as well? Were you aware of that?
I did not know that.
Dunning is the only town in Nebraska that has two byways. And so, kind of special here.
Yeah, very special. The Sturm Museum just announced, I believe, maybe you saw that too, Linda, that they're going to have bison there.
I did see that.
Yeah. So that should be a good draw too.
I certainly hope so. And then, of course, in September we have the State Fair at Grand Island. I am so glad that fair has moved to Grand Island. It makes it doable for us out here in central Nebraska to drive down, spend the day, and return home that evening, whereas in Lincoln, that's a little bit further, and you have to make arrangements for the day. You have to leave home earlier and come back later, or just stay. But that State Fair is a huge draw for Grand Island.
Sure is. There's lots of enthusiasm there that maybe didn't have in Lincoln anymore. So it's great to have it out here, and of course there's all kinds of new things happening there. Linda, thanks so much for your report, and appreciate it. Understand completely why you didn't want to drive down, and this works anytime if it helps your schedule any. But we wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and a great 2023 for the Byway.
Well, thank you, and we on the Byway want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. And thanks again to Custer Federal for sponsoring this spot once a month. We greatly appreciate it. So, Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Same to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You bet. Linda Tion, who is very active, heads up on the Scenic Byway, 272 miles of fun for folks. Good family fun available year-round, but of course especially in the spring, summer, and fall. Brent Apperson alongside Dave Burney here, and we have a guest out in the studio. We're going to get into the studio right after these messages.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
Health insurance changes happen rapidly these days, and it's important to stay informed. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. As always, there are carrier and plan changes for next year. I work with the marketplace to find you the best rates based on your income and coverage needs. Open enrollment, if you're under age 65, starts on November 1st, and I encourage you to call and get an appointment set so we can see what plan will serve you best for 2023. Call Callaway at 836-2201 to schedule an appointment today.
Ansley Lumber and Supply would like to thank their amazing customers for their business during this past year. They loved helping you with your projects inside and outside of your home, and they look forward to doing the same in 2023. Shop with them this holiday season. They have tools, muck boots, DeWalt tools, and more. From stocking stuffers to everything you need to build an entire home. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season, Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Loop Basin Public Health Department wants to keep you and your family safe this winter. Protect yourself by staying up to date with your COVID vaccinations, including your booster dose. Getting a booster dose means you will increase your protection against severe disease and continue protecting your loved ones and community against COVID-19. Get vaccinated today by calling 308-346-5795 to book your appointment or check out their social media outlets for more COVID information. Loop Basin Public Health Department wishes you a safe and healthy winter.
Come and shop with us at Beau Bootery this week for those last few people on your list. Draw a Christmas tree for a 20 to 50% off discount on one regular priced item store-wide. You can also enjoy special prices on Western boots, work boots, and dry shod insulated boots, plus the one-size-fits-all gift certificates. We're closing at noon on Christmas Eve and closed on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everyone, from all of us at Beau Bootery on the square in Broken Bow.
You're waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I love it.
And we have a busy show today, and that's the way we like it and love it here on this Wednesday. Jeanette Denson is in with Custer Care Center. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right. So we were just talking off the air about, all the who's going to go where and what's going to happen with Christmas and what you're going to eat and so forth. So it sounds like you're set there. How about at the center? What's up there?
Well, they're having Christmas Eve at noon. On Christmas Eve, they're having their Christmas party. So they're having lots of hors d'oeuvres and soup and open presents on that day.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah.
Now, Jeanette, I would offer you some snacks here. These are smelt. It does say here, bait not for human consumption, but I do know in some parts of the world they do eat smelt.
I don't think I will try it today.
Okay, I think
and I'm not going fishing.
All right.
So but they do look wonderful in the package.
This is from the Scott family, and they're known for their fishing abilities, and we're nice enough to share these smelt because they're a little hard to get these days. If you want to take them and use them for Christmas, you can dip them in a sauce.
Okay. You don't know, but you think you can dip them in a sauce.
I would recommend dipping them in a sauce.
A lot of sauce, and just eat the sauce.
So the gathering that you're talking about is on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
So Now, I haven't been there very often, so maybe it's on Friday. It could be on Friday.
Well, nevertheless, you're going to have a party.
They are going to have a party, yes. It might be Friday.
Which is nothing new at Custer Care
Yeah.
to have a party.
They will have a party.
They might have two or three, actually.
Yes. So that's pretty bad. But, I just feel so bad because I had to come here by myself.
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal?
Well, I tried to get the new transportation director, Peggy King, to come and join me today.
Mm-hmm.
And the van driver, Dennis Kramer, neither one of them would come with me.
All right, let me write that down.
Well,
Peggy and Dennis, you're in trouble with the breakfast show.
And so I think that we probably should have a remote for the transportation office where you come there and you just interview them there
I think
at
that's
some
fine.
time. And you might even ride along with them.
That'd be fun.
Or do something that way. And I think we should plan that so that so you could see how the transportation office works.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Jeanette. And we could ask some very hard questions of Peggy and Dennis. Some questions they would have difficulty answering would be the kind of questions we would like to ask.
Yeah, they're just kind of afraid to talk on the air. So,
well, there's sometimes with this show there's no choice.
Yes.
And now they're stuck in the situation. They're going to have to start to balance the idea. What's worse, coming out or not being out here to defend myself?
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
they'll figure it out.
We always have a good time trying to figure out. But anyway.
Okay. Maybe a little bit more on the facility side. Are you full up?
We have one room available for the assisted living right now.
Okay.
So if anybody's looking for that, we do have a room open right now. So, and the other thing, you could use it for respite right now.
I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Sometimes when we have a room open, people can come and stay for a few days if they have family members that need a place to stay for a few days.
Or recovery from a surgery or something like that.
Yeah.
A setback health-wise or,
Yeah, so they do that.
Okay.
So the one thing that I wanted to talk about today was that we got a very generous donation for respite.
Oh, okay.
And so we're trying to find people who can use it. And so we're going to see how many people we can benefit. So we're offering 10 hours for adult day service or 10 hours in home for anybody who wants to use it. All they have to do is just give us a call, and it will be free service for 10 hours
That's
for
wonderful.
an adult day services or 10 hours in home care. So.
All right. So if somebody's in need out there for a little assistance, give a call.
Yeah, a respite. People have trouble figuring out what respite really means, but it's supposed to be for the family member. So if you're taking care of someone and you need a break, that's what this fund is for.
I see. Okay.
So so it's for people to get a break from caregiving. So, and it can be any time. You set it up for whenever you want it, whatever you need. Whether you need they can bring someone in for 2 or 3 hours, a couple of times a week, whatever. So.
We've talked about it before, but maybe we don't talk about it enough because you're in the care business. You understand that 24/7 is a lot to ask, of a family member, and they might have errands they need to run or just need a personal day.
Right.
Or a few days.
Yeah. So, think about taking a break for yourself, and that's, we all feel guilty about leaving our loved one somewhere or having someone come in, that just people always feel guilty about that. But we're trying to say, don't feel guilty. This is a gift.
Yeah. Well, and if you think about it kind of the other way around, Jeanette, if somebody out there's, getting a little crispy and burn out, and they love those people and they want to continue to take care of them, it's kind of an act to kind of make sure they still can, right?
Yeah, right. Right. Because, and the statistics say that the caregiver usually dies before the one they're caring for.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's because it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Mental and physical.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, well, thank you to the person or people out there that made that donation. That's a wonderful donation, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And then we also had a fund that we haven't been using, and so we decided, let's just see if we can get that out there to people.
All right.
And so just give us a call.
All right. Also, we never want to forget to ask you about, your staff. It takes a lot of people to do what you're doing. You have the facility itself, but it's way beyond that now with the transportation and then the care that you give people in their homes. Are you still needing some folks to maybe talk to you about that?
We are, because we haven't been able to take on any new clients.
Oh. And
that's not what we want.
Right.
When people need help, we want to be able to give them the help they need. And so we do need people in several areas. So just the Callaway area, we need people. We need people in the Oconto and here in Broken Bow as well. So.
And who do they talk to about that?
Talk to Tiffany.
Tiffany, all right.
And Tiffany Glidden's our administrator, and she will line them up.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. I know you're going to get together with your family some. I know that's a big deal with the Densons, a.k.a. the Klebs.
Yes. We did the Klebs last weekend.
Oh, did you?
So, yes. So this is all about Densons now.
Okay.
And then New Year's we'll celebrate with Dave's family, so with his sisters. So it's just a constant. If there's a way to celebrate, we do.
Another party. And of course, both on the Denson and Kleb gatherings, has there been any outside baseball played? Any cold games?
No, we haven't. We haven't done that, but of course we'll get ready for cold baseball games with Blake.
Yeah. Oh,
Summer,
in the college. Yeah.
Spring baseball. Cold.
It is cold. I remember when Paul was playing, and it was like, we're pretty miserable watching this game.
I know, but we still go.
Oh, of course you do. Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Well, thank you, and Merry Christmas to you and to all of your families.
You bet. And thank you to Custer Care Center for providing the services that you do, and thank you for being our business partner. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll take a time out or two with these important messages.
Got a gearhead on your Christmas list? Then have I got the sale for you. It's WinQuest Napa Tool Sale now until December 23rd. A nice tool set or battery charger would sure look good under the tree, and a shiny toolbox or air compressor would look even better sitting next to it. Want to make the do-it-yourselfer in your life smile this Christmas? Then let us help you pick the perfect gift. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at WinQuest Incorporated. Proudly serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Christmas shopping at Lines Appliance is easy because of one simple word: variety. Don't get them wrong, they love appliances and they make great gifts. So shop those. But also check out great ideas like coolers, grills, outdoor griddles, smokers, and the fuels needed to make them burn. TVs are in stock, or to make someone on your list life easier, pick up a Shark vacuum. Brand new are electric handheld snow blowers for the season. Happy Christmas shopping from Lines Appliance, Broken Bow.
Varney Health Mart is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Save this week with 20% off all toys and 25% off home decor and Montana's Silversmiths jewelry. They will be closing at 1 o'clock this Friday to spend more time with their families and close through the weekend with normal hours on Monday. Please plan accordingly for your prescriptions. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and thanking you for your business. Varney Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
News is coming up at 9. We'll also run through those closings or changes due to the weather for you as well. And then we have a lot of information we're going to pass along to you on this busy Wednesday. Stay tuned.
The Secret Garden is a holiday season secret that can't be kept. Open Monday to Friday, 11:30 to 4:30, and on Christmas Eve, 8:30 to 2. This week, stop by and pick a present for a discount off Secret Garden inventory. Finish off your Christmas list at the Secret Garden. Isaiah 9, verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Merry Christmas from the Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
It is no secret that cybersecurity and keeping your personal information safe and secure is very important. Scammers never stop and will do whatever they can to get your information. Some examples of what to be looking out for are spoofed phone calls, suspicious emails or texts, computer pop-ups, requests for urgent wire transfers or gift card purchases. If you are suspicious of fraud or a scam, always call your bank about the situation. Bruning Bank wants you to stay safe and be diligent about keeping your information secure. Our staff is trained to deal with any type of situation and is happy to help or answer any questions you may have. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from your friends at Bo's Family Market. Save on Open Acres shank portion bone-in ham, just $1.99 a pound. Sold whole in the bag, Smithfield all-natural boneless pork loins are $1.89 a pound. For your holiday baking, 4-pound bags of sugar are $2.19, 5-pound bags of flour are $2.39, and brown or powdered sugar 2-pound bags are $1.49. Bo's Family Market, proud to serve you as your locally owned and operated hometown grocery store on South B Street in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. This is the first day of winter, and a snowstorm is threatening holiday travel across the country. WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen.
This storm, which is in the developing stages right now, is going to become a major headache for all kinds of travel as we go through the rest of this week and into the upcoming weekend.
The system is bearing down on a major air hub, Chicago's O'Hare. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
We're talking about a ripple effect that will stretch coast to coast.
Congressional Democrats say they'll release 6 years' worth of Donald Trump's tax returns to the public by the end of the week. And Elon Musk says he'll abide by a user's poll and step down as CEO at Twitter as soon as he can find someone to, quote, foolish enough to take the job. CNET's Ian Scher.
The key question is who Elon Musk will pick to be the next CEO. Will it be a culture warrior like him? Will it be a Mr. Rogers type person?
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
Steelers legend and Hall of Fame running back Franco Harris has died at the age of 72. His death comes just 2 days shy of the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception and 3 days short of Pittsburgh retiring his number 32 during Saturday's game against the Raiders. Sticking in the NFL with Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill's status for this weekend in doubt, Tennessee has signed another quarterback. Josh Dobbs is coming from the Lions practice squad. Malik Willis would start for Tennessee if Tannehill can't go. In baseball, a stunning change of events overnight. Carlos Correa reportedly on his way to being a New York Met, a 12-year deal worth $315 million. He was scheduled to be introduced by the Giants Tuesday after agreeing to a 13-year contract a week ago, but that deal fell through over a medical concern.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a wind chill warning continuing. A winter weather advisory goes into effect for this afternoon. For today, we'll have snow developing, especially into the afternoon, with highs in the lower 20s. Around an inch of snow accumulation, but also some blowing snow for tonight, a low of 19 below zero, with dangerous wind chills down in the 40s below zero. Staying frigid for your Thursday, high of 6 below zero. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
As Christmas draws near, may we cherish peace and goodwill. May the Christmas spirit fill you and yours now and into the new year. Custer Public Power District would like to wish their customer owners a safe and happy holiday season. May your lights shine a little brighter and the home fires burn a little warmer. May every day be Christmas. Custer Public Power District is proud to serve their neighbors, friends, and family. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's news source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us info@sandhillsexpress.com.
And with those announcements, here's Brent Apperson.
All right, Dave, we'll take a look at the updated list that we have in front of us. Again, everything that we read, this is what we've been informed of, all right? Listed on the sheet, Ansley Public Schools now showing a 1:30 dismissal for today. There will be no school tomorrow at Ansley. Broken Bow Housing Authority, their office will be closing at 3:30 today, and they will be closed tomorrow. That's Broken Bow Housing Authority. Broken Bow Livestock Sale scheduled for tomorrow on Thursday. That now has been canceled. Also, Broken Bow Public Schools, they will not be having school tomorrow. Broken Bow Public Schools will be closed now on Thursday. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership in Broken Bow, the WIC and Immunization Clinic in Broken Bow, closed today and tomorrow. That's the WIC and Immunization Clinic in Broken Bow canceled now for December 21st and December 22nd. Let's see, First Baptist Church in Ansley, they have canceled their Christmas program for tonight. First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow, the Blue Christmas services that were planned for today, those have been canceled. Husker Homes in Ansley, they'll be closing early today at noon. Also, tonight's meeting has been moved to December 28th at 6 p.m. That's Husker Homes in Ansley. Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow, their Christmas dinner has been canceled. This is, I believe, for tomorrow. New menu will be biscuits and gravy. That's at the Prairie Pioneer Center. St. Joseph Catholic Church in Broken Bow, their classes and carols and cookies faith formation Christmas program scheduled for today, that now has been canceled. And Stapleton Public Schools, they'll be closing early today, no school tomorrow in Stapleton. And those are the weather-related announcements that we have at this time. To stay up to date, check them out on sandhillsexpress.com.
Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
Ansley Lumber and Supply would like to thank their amazing customers for their business during this past year. They loved helping you with your projects inside and outside of your home, and they look forward to doing the same in 2023. Shop with them this holiday season. They have tools, muck boots, DeWalt tools, and more. From stocking stuffers to everything you need to build an entire home. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
For 24-hour towing, winch and recovery, lockouts, and more, call Hunter with Hunter's Towing. He's based in Berwyn, ready to roll out to help you out of a tough situation. Hunter wants you to remember the move over law in Nebraska. It is the law to move over for any emergency vehicle with their flashing lights, including tow trucks and highway workers. Slow down, move over, and help make the job of law enforcement and emergency workers safer. When you need a tow, call Hunter's Towing at 870-1983.
Keep heated and cooled air where it should be, inside your home. Custer Public Power invites you to explore the Attic Installation Incentive Program. Receive a rebate up to $300 by assuring your attic installation is correct. It can really pay off to have the right amount of insulation, literally. Receive up to 15 cents per square foot by participating in this program. Contact us at Custer Public Power with your questions. We'll be glad to help.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Storms. They're nasty, mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
9:09, 10 degrees outside, cloudy skies, and it is snowing currently here at Broken Bow with a southeast breeze of 5 to 15 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brent Appert.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, let's tell you what's going to be showing at the movies at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. They've got some new movies starting today. The premiere of the new Puss in Boots movie. If you're a fan of Shrek, you know Puss in Boots, and they've got a new movie out, The Last Wish, and it will premiere tonight at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. So take advantage of that animated film, the new Puss in Boots movie, The Last Wish, premiering tonight at the Fox Theater. Showtime is 7:20. Also premiering today will be the biopic film on the life of Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. That will begin showing tonight at 7:10 at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And, of course, continuing to show at the Fox Theater, the biggest movie in the world right now, Avatar, The Way of Water. It will continue to show through the weekend, through the holidays at the Fox Theater. Do want to remind you that the Fox Theater is open, well, basically every day, even on the holidays. So if you want to take the family out for a fun-filled time at the theater, they are open on Christmas Eve. They are open on Christmas Day. Now, on Christmas Eve day, on Saturday, they will be showing their films as matinees in the afternoon.
Okay.
On Christmas Day, it'll be nighttime showings. And to get the latest as far as when the movies will be showing, we always encourage you to check out their wonderful website, watchthefox.com. So, again, showing now, beginning tonight, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, I Want to Dance with Somebody, and Avatar, The Way of Water. Those will be the films that will be showing for the rest of this week, on through the holiday weekend, and into next week. It's all happening at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Thanks, Brent. You did a pretty good job, but I'll be taking over now on this live read here. All right. Ouch. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley. For a full job description or to apply, go online and key in statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. And you can take a look at these details on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com. I got to tell you right now, these smelled aren't looking too bad. I mean, I'd almost like to take a bite out of one.
Oh, yeah. Well, nothing helps you ring in the holidays like smelt in a cracker.
Yeah.
Yummy.
You have to be a big cracker. I decide which end to start on. Would you bite the head off or the tail?
Yeah.
Or go for the middle, maybe. Get that protein out of there.
I would like to send out a special thank you to the Scott family that brought you a deal of smelt, because I think it was yesterday, Dave was, you were bummed.
Yeah.
I mean, you were like as low as I've ever seen you, because you haven't been able to find smelt. And then you got, I think you got a message saying that it is available at places here in Broken Bow. You got now you got the Scott family bringing you out some. You're set, and there is a Bouncin' Dave step that, only smelt can create.
I can just, they're packaged here, but I can feel the beautiful texture there. I don't know how a northern pike could resist this. I feel like I'm a part of the club now.
You may be.
Those are beautiful.
You may be in the inner circle now.
They're gorgeous.
Wow.
Plus, when they're vacuum packed like this, your fingers don't smell after you touch it.
Hey, you are encouraged to join them at the Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio tonight for Light Up Wednesday. Shop tonight, weather permitting, of course, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. for your shopping convenience. This week, everything Christmas in the store is 40% off all week long. This includes poinsettias, but not fresh floral arrangements. You can always shop with them during normal business hours as well, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to noon. 533 South 1st Avenue is where you'll find the Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio.
Wayne's World, Wayne's World.
Party on, party on.
Wayne Hammond is ready to go at Building 13. He's been inviting you to shop at the Custer County Fairgrounds at Building 13. It's full of Christmas gift ideas, open all the way through the month of December, Thursday through Saturday, 9:30 to 6, and Sundays 11 to 3. Or you can call and make an appointment to Wayne's World at 308-870-2042, 308-870-2042 to schedule a time. While you're there, you're going to find antiques, collectibles, cast iron skillets, Christmas decor, furniture, clocks, lamps, new ladies' clothing, records, CDs, VCR tapes, hardback books, salt and pepper sets, figurines, glassware, summer yard decor, steel wheels, collection of wood planes, and even a Christmas snowblower, to name just a few. And I'm telling you, that's just a few. Dress warm. Heating is limited in the building, but they do have a heater up front that you can warm up and then walk around, do a little shopping. On Thursday through Saturday, 9:30 to 6, Sundays 11 to 3. Call them for more information at 870-2042. Wayne's World, Wayne's World.
Excellent.
Universal Insurance, where two hunks work. It's important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions. I'm embarrassing Brent. But it's also important to insure your business. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business. From HR to OSHA, availability to other features that play a key role in your business. Success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today to Nate and Jack the Hunks. 872-6438, or stop by and see them and marvel at them at 940 South East Street.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Wayne's World, Wayne's World.
Yeah. People are going to regret that you brought up Wayne's World with me. Let's see. Loud and Proud Fireworks. Hey, let's set off some fireworks and ring in the new year. Loud and Proud Fireworks Stand is going to be opening up during the holiday season next week. They'll be open December 29th through December 31st. Open 10 to 10 each of those days, set up just east of Subway in Broken Bow. Let Loud and Proud Fireworks help you have a fun-filled new year with colorful fireworks the whole family will enjoy. Stop by to see all they have to offer, and tell them the Breakfast Show sent you. Loud and Proud Fireworks Stand open next week, opening December 29th through December 31st, open 10 to 10, and they'll be set up just east of Subway.
All right. We've talked about this before, and I want to make sure that you folks out there know that we're very serious about this, because this is a serious situation in our county, in central Nebraska, and across the USA. Depression and mental stress is a huge thing. As a matter of fact, you may have read or seen recently where there is a shortage of therapists out there. There's only about 31,000 therapists in the United States. And, there's more and more people in the U.S. with lives that are stressful, and it can get you down. And there's no reason to, struggle through that alone. We have resources here in Custer County that are provided. And so there's been a few guys that have said, you know what, we want people to know that these assistances are available. So they created a website. It's at mhpcc.org, and it's a resource of mental health providers in Custer County. Don't need to struggle alone. We've all been down and out, and we know sometimes you just need help, and sometimes outside help is exactly what you need. And it's amazing. There's 46% of teenagers, 13% of children each year that struggle with mental illness, and 19% of the adult population. So those numbers are just as strong here as they are somewhere else. So don't do it alone. Go online to mhpcc.org.
Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, always offering some great discounts, a lot of them just for buying local. And now Roxanne accepts Care credit cards. This enables you to finance hearing aids for over a period of time with lower payments. So ask Roxanne about the Care credit cards. No need to travel outside the area to get your hearing checked now, because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow, and you get that good quality follow-up local service. So give her a call today to make an appointment, 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. Nebraska Land Hearing Center, located in downtown Broken Bow in the Broken Bow Chamber Building.
Thank you, Brent. Another job available. Early Head Start Infant Toddler Teacher Center Specialist is needed through Central Nebraska Community Action. They're looking for an individual to work as a specialist in that area, 40 hours per week, year-round in Broken Bow. Starting pay, $19.18 an hour up to $20.71 per hour, depending on qualifications. They offer health, dental, life, and vision insurance, 11 paid holidays, paid time off program, and they have an employer-matched retirement available. You must have these qualifications: a valid driver's license, a working phone, Child Development Associate Certificate or Associate or Bachelor's degree in Early Childhood Education. They prefer experience that you've had with working with infants and toddlers and income qualifying families. The individual will be responsible for center coordination, supervision, and teaching. For an application, contact CNCAP Human Resource Department at 308-745-0780, extension 0. This position will remain open until filled. They are an equal opportunity employer. You can take a look at all these pieces of information on this job on Sandhills Express job page.
Quality Senior Villages, a wonderful care facility for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. It's in Broken Bow, Nebraska. They believe that an active life is a nurturing experience. At their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. Activities can bring about a feeling and sense of self-worth and well-being. Some daily stimulating and physical activities include movies, music, crafts, games, exercising, gardening, and cooking, outings in their outdoor area. They specialize in care for Alzheimer's and dementia. It's an assisted living facility, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. And they are also looking for people to join their team. They are currently looking to hire for all shifts for medication aides and caregivers. Quality Senior Villages offers excellent benefits, including Colonial Life, a paid subscription to Click Family Health Care for full-time employees, VSP Vision Insurance, and excellent PTO. Call Quality Senior Villages at 308-872-6387. Stop in, visit with them, or you can email information to them at qsvbrokenbow@gmail.com.
9:23. Happy birthday to all you folks out there, as we mentioned. Merry Christmas to all of you folks out there. Happy New Year. Now, you say, well, why are you saying that, Dave? You've been saying it all morning. Because we mean it. And what we're trying to get at here, sometimes you need to just go ahead and treat yourself around these holidays, or if you're having a birthday or an anniversary, Do it for yourself. Do it for your loved ones. What I'm talking about here, ladies and gentlemen,
What are you talking about, Dave?
just don't be happy with a regular cup of coffee every day. Take a loved one or yourself or friends, a group of people to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold and enjoy specialty coffees and a special shopping experience. You deserve it.
Absolutely. Invite a friend to go with you and then stick them with the bill.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
it's
the way
the
we like to
season.
do it. Set them up.
Yeah.
They have a great selection of holiday decor, stocking stuffers, and unique ornaments that are still available. And they have a variety of gifts for all ages. Stop by there and pick up a gift certificate as well. They'd love to do that for you while you have a cup of coffee. And they've got specials going on through the 24th. Starting on December 20th through the 24th, you can save 30% off Christmas decor and ornaments. And they have the classy stuff, the very nice decor. Their holiday hours, by the way, Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Closed Christmas Day on Sunday. Then on New Year's Eve, again, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., closed on New Year's Day. Other than that, stop in during the week and, just have yourself a cup of coffee and visit with friends, and maybe they'll buy something for you.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, what are friends for?
Absolutely.
Custer Federal State Bank. Bah humbug. Customer service specialist is what they're looking for. And what that means is you're a teller, you answer the phone, you say hi to people, you maybe slip a little candy in the drive-thru to folks.
Yeah.
Make their day. The Broken Bow location is looking for a full-time customer service specialist. Now, you should be an outgoing, positive individual who enjoys interacting with customers and willing to learn. Duties include answering the phone, greeting customers, processing banking transactions, and be able to be confidential about everything. Got to be able to keep that all confidential because that's other people's business. This is a full-time position with competitive pay and benefits including insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and sick time. Visit their Broken Bow location for an application. Custer Federal State Bank is an equal opportunity employer. For more information or to submit an application, contact Caitlin Peterson at 308-872-6486 or by email at Caitlin, and that's CAITLYN at custerfederal.com. They are a member of FDIC, an equal opportunity employer.
Nice.
Is that all the live reads?
Nope, I've got one left, but I thought we'd do it after we talked to Ladarius at the Pizza Hut.
Oh, that's right. We need to get a hold of Ladarius and talk pizza.
If they're available. I'm guessing they're busy.
Oh, this is a busy time of year. Yeah. Can you grab that?
Sure.
Boy, those smell look good. Thanks to the Scots. And I'm not talking the Scottish family. I'm talking the Scots. Are the Scots Scottish?
I don't know.
They might be.
Are the Scots Scots? That's the question today.
Yeah, are they Scots?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Is a Scot a Scot or is a Scot a Scot?
I don't know.
Well, they know their
all
smell.
We know is the Scots around this area know how to get smelt.
It's the most beautiful smell I've ever seen. And like I say, you can actually feel the texture, but you don't, smell really leave a real deep fishy odor on your hands.
Oh, really? I've never handled smelt.
You should sometime.
Oh, yeah?
What you should have is a so-called buddy leave one under your bed.
Oh, wow.
To mature.
Something tells me that, okay, so were you the buddy that put it under the bed, or the buddy that had the bed that got put under?
Well, you know me well enough to know that I wouldn't put it under somebody's bed.
Yeah, whatever.
But in this case, it was someone else putting it under my bed. And then after a day or two, I'm going, what is that? Did I leave some socks somewhere?
Oh, man, nasty.
Oh, boy. We'll be right back.
In his last will and testament, Robert has bequeathed to his only heir and devoted caretaker 1/3 of his house, 1/3 of his truck, and 1/3 of his beloved dog, Mr. Bo here.
Excuse me, I'm a little confused.
Don't settle for a fraction of what you deserve, especially at harvest. Yield your best with Veltima fungicide's proven plant health benefits and revolutionary application flexibility.
1/3 of a dog. Right.
Get everything you deserve with Veltima fungicide. From BASF, always read and follow label directions.
I've been driving trucks for a long time, and safety is my #1 priority. I know that my truck has huge blind spots. That's why I remember to check my mirrors often for smaller vehicles. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots. It can be dangerous. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Guys, 2022's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas exclusively from Pajamagram. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. Order today, and Pajamagram will also include a free matching Naturally Nude nightie with the purchase of Naturally Nude pajamas. That is free gift packaging and a free Naturally Nude nightie when you order today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
Pajamagram.
Label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
As a farmer, growing your business is more than just a 9-to-5. It's your life's work. That's why the Roundup Ready Extend crop system goes all in to help you stay on top. Backed by decades of innovation, offering the latest trait technology and triple herbicide tolerance, plus more weed species controlled than any other soybean system. Because you mean business, and so do we. Learn more at systemofchoice.com. Claim based on approved EPA herbicide labels as of January 2021. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
I'm gonna shut that down. We don't need that on our breakfast
Facebook,
show.
yeah.
Because that's going to show up later. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
There's no privacy anymore. Talk about sexy pajamas. Next thing you know, you start getting these naughty websites.
Sent to you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
That's creepy, isn't it?
Yes, it's uncalled for. I'm serious about that. But anyway.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Hey, we're having our staff Christmas party today, you know.
Yeah, it's Secret Santa.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I got to go.
You draw a name, and then you got to go get a gift, and...
No, don't put it that way.
Oh.
You get to go get a gift.
I'm sorry, yes.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, and you get to receive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't have your food made yet, right?
No, I've got to go. I have to go fit. Shelley, bless her heart, she's prepared everything.
Oh.
And now I have to go, put it in the crock pot, add the sauce, and then bring it out here and cook it.
Oh. So if you want, I'll split mine with you. Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah. Hi, Jeremy. What's up?
I made my food. So if anyone croaks,
you made the food.
You made your food.
Yeah. If anyone keels over,
it's on.
All right.
On you.
What did you make? I'll stay away from it. No, just kidding.
corn and macaroni casserole.
Corn and macaroni casserole. That sounds very good.
Corn and macaroni. Wow.
How much did you bring?
Crock pot full.
Hey, Jeremy, why don't you slip a couple of these in there?
Hey, yeah. Put some smelt in your macaroni and corn casserole. Come on in here and sit down.
Just a slight fish flavor in there.
Yeah.
Aren't those nice? Oh, they're beautiful.
Hey, who got?
Where'd you get these?
Well, the Scots.
Who got Christy's name in the deal? I say we slip this into Christy's gift and switch it out and give her smelt. What do you think?
Man, I don't know that I've ever seen smelt.
You haven't?
In person.
Well, let me put it this way. They're beautiful. And if that wasn't vacuum packed right now, you'd be experiencing smelt on your hands.
And experiencing the smell of smelt.
We used to have dad in our Boy Scout troop that ate sardines on camping trips straight out of the can.
Yeah,
and like man,
didn't
like being around him.
No,
it kind of smelled funny.
Whenever my mom would leave town, which didn't happen very often, my dad would go to the grocery store and get spinach in a can and sardines and eggs.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh. You mix them together?
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't want to be
that was his splurge when Mom left town?
Can of sardines, yeah.
Wow, of all things.
I know. Yeah, but these says they're not edible for humans, but in some parts of the world they do eat smelt.
Oh, yeah, not for human consumption.
But I don't know why. They look tasty.
They're little fish, yeah.
They're very beautiful.
Man, these are used for bait for much larger things than I've ever caught.
Well, they look great. I think they're going to do well. Thanks to the Scots. We don't know whether the Scots are Scots, but we do know they're good fishermen.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
But if you want to slip a couple of those into your, what was it again? Corn salad?
Oh, yeah. Corn and macaroni salad. Well, not really salad. It's a casserole.
It's a hot dish.
Yeah, it's a hot dish.
Okay.
I wouldn't I would wait, warm it up, and then put those in. I don't think I would warm up the smelt with the casserole.
Oh, I don't want to toss them in now, because that's what I did. I got here and I threw everything in the crock pot already.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Probably not.
So, we're done? We're kaput?
I guess.
Oh, can I toss one more thing on the air real
Sure,
quick?
why don't you?
If you folks want to go and vote for the lighted up decorating contest, that is live on the contest page of sandhillsexpress.com. So swing over there and submit your vote.
Thank you.
I don't think I think Christmas snuck up on a lot of people this year. I know it did
I'm
on
with
me
you.
as well.
Yes.
So we're down in registrations a little bit this year, but still would appreciate your voting.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Jeremy, I know that you're a technology guy.
Try to keep up with it.
Well, I don't know if you've heard of this or not. We'll conclude with this for the show. Kohler, which makes sinks and toilets.
Sure. Yeah.
They've made a toilet that comes with Alexa built in.
What can you ask her to do?
Well,
Alexa, clean up.
Well, now listen, you're headed in the right direction here.
Oh no, yeah, great.
The toilet is called the Numi 2.0. And along with Alexa listening in while you do your business, the world's first smart toilet also comes with tons of perks.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay, are they there? They're
including fancy LED lights, speakers, a feature that will squirt warm water on your privates, both front and back.
Those are very underrated. I have not experienced them myself, but everyone that has used a bidet says they're amazing.
Did you say today or debay?
Bidet.
Bidet. It also has heated seats.
Those are great. If you've ever stopped at a truck stop with heated toilet seats, it changed your life, especially in the winter.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
It's nice.
Sounds kind of like a nice feature.
And the seat goes up and down automatically. But how does it? How does it know?
It senses
your
it.
gender.
Camera on the front. When a guy comes in and stands in front of it, the toilet goes up.
Oh, that's a guy. And the lid goes up.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have a toilet response center where it's someone's job to monitor each toilet.
Well, the heated seats. They got heated seats. They go up and down automatically, and it has an emergency backup flush.
Oh. Prevents clogging, or?
Well, it just says if you have a plug up, then there's an emergency backup flush.
Wow.
This toilet cost about $12,000.
Wow.
Woo-wee.
Wow, $12,000 for a toilet.
If you get it with it today.
With it today, yeah. I like the speaker feature.
Yeah. LED lights, what do they do?
Well, they help you find it in the dark.
Well, that's true. Brent's holding it. Let me, Jeremy, when Brent kind of puts his hand like this.
When I rub my forehead, that
Is
means
that thinking's happening?
Yeah. You think Duda could put one of them in?
Duda
Plumbing. Duda Plumbing.
An Alexa toilet from Duda.
Duda Plumbing.
I want one of those sinks that you just hold a measuring cup underneath that has Alexa built into it. If you want a cup of water, you just say, Alexa, pour me a cup of water, and it gives you a cup of water automatically. It measures it for you out of the sink.
I'm sorry, but what is happening to America? We won't even fill up our own cup of water. We're going to tell Alexa to do it. We have become so lazy.
We won't even flush our own toilet.
We've become so lazy.
Now, Brent, be accepting of the technological advances of today.
Okay.
Don't sound your age.
That's kind of hard to hide.
Now he's scratching his cheek because he wants to come across the table and whoop my butt.
Well, he can't. He's too old.
Yeah, that's right. I'm so short I can't reach across the table anyway.
I think we should consider building one of those toilets ourselves. I think if we all put our heads together here.
Our heads?
We could do it.
I think the one thing they didn't mention, which would be handy, would be an automatic leveler for the height that you are.
Oh, have it extend out of the floor.
Well,
now listen. I went to a hotel, stayed in a hotel not too long ago. It was the lowest
that's what I'm talking about.
toilet ever. And it was not comfortable.
I mean, there are some toilets sometimes you think you're going to sit down and knee yourself in the face. They're so low.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're going...
It kind of, when you first mentioned that, I kind of go, and then I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
He's starting to come around.
That's an idea.
It could work.
That would be a tremendous feature.
Same thing with shower heads. Would like a shower head you can raise.
Yes, I'm with you on that. Especially even in our own house.
So that's on my to-do list. I got to raise a shower head.
Yeah, because we got to bend down to get your hair under there.
I never had that problem.
You could say, you probably would. You could, if you had a Alexa shower, you could say, Alexa, raise the shower head, and it would automatically go up.
Yeah,
and then probably dry you off when you're done.
Wow.
The world's gone crazy. Jeremy, thank you. Brent, thank you.
Yes, Dave. Thank you.
We'll try to be back tomorrow.